going to appeal something that happened. So, we move forward, we deal with it, and, it's a great learning lesson for all of us. But, I mean, nobody wants to play and lead his team more than David Montgomery, and I have no more trust than anybody in our football program than David Montgomery. So, it was a reaction to a really tough situation, but lesson learned, we move forward and get ready for Texas.
The fee for David Montgomery's right hook, a first-half suspension against Texas, just added to the list of things the Cyclones will have battled this season. Welcome back. Now it's the biggest game in program history, Saturday against Texas. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, outside of the Jack Trice game, of course. Now it's crazy to think Iowa State was 1-3 to start the year. The showdown with Texas, the second to last week of November, apparently meaning very little in the grand scheme of things. Now, after 5 straight conference wins, the Cyclones face the Longhorns with Big 12 championship implications on the line. Matt Campbell isn't shying away from talking to his players about how big the stakes are Saturday in Austin.
Everything was at stake when we were 1-3, and it's been that way every single week since then. And so, I don't think you have to. I think you talk about the noise that's going to be generated outside of our walls, but I've talked about that since, we've won, a couple games. And all of a sudden, like I said last week, it's just a whole different type of, adversity of success, which is sometimes a lot harder to deal with than adversity of failure.
So far, his team has handled success as adversity with apparent ease. But in the first half against Texas, they'll have to deal with another challenge. No David Montgomery. It's nothing new for this squad that's battled through just about every crazy roadblock thrown at them.
We've had to play, a conference game on the road without our tailback. I've said this multiple times, those 4 running backs, those are guys that are really talented, and guys have had great games, guys have gotten better this season for us and really stepped up in the moment when they've been asked to.
It's a great opportunity, like every week, just like whenever your numbers call, that what you do in practice and what you do in your preparation is going to show on Saturday.
Montgomery runs with anger, fire, tenacity. It's apparent, but come that second half, expect that ferocity to be elevated even more.
He'll be very, motivated to play. I think he kind of feels like he let his team out. That's the kind of guy he is, and I know he wants to get out there and play.
That boy, he's a monster, and he already got a chip on his shoulder. I think everybody here does, and he carries his, and he shows it, and I think you're going to see some wild stuff.
Wildest of all, a win Saturday keeps Iowa State's chances of playing in the Big 12 championship game very much alive. And Iowa State will face Texas Saturday night at 7 p.m. on Longhorns Network. The latest college football playoff rankings were just released. Texas coming in at number 15. Iowa State right behind them at number 16. Also, senior night in Austin this week, so expect a crazy atmosphere there at Texas Memorial Stadium.